Welcome back to the Revamp Podcast. Today we got Nick Maccini. Super excited to have you here, bro. Appreciate you
I
coming
appreciate
on.
you a ton. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. So,
Yeah.
we connected a couple months ago. I came on your podcast, which, by the way, where can people find your podcast before we even get into it here?
All right. All social media, Nick Wholesales Houses. So the YouTube, Instagram, not really Twitter, but TikTok, you name it. It's all the same thing, Nick Wholesales Houses.
Got to shout that out first because your
Thank
podcast
you.
is awesome. I've watched a bunch of your episodes with other people, and you do a great job, man. So
Thank you, bro.
super excited to flip the tables and bring you in here. And
Flip that bitch.
yeah, man. So, so you're in the world of real estate. You wholesale houses. You do a whole lot of things, right? So, bring us back to the start of the real estate journey. How did you first start in real estate?
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. After leaving college, I got into the whole insurance, annuity sales, like in the financial world. And I was not good at it, Drew, baby, I'll tell you what. But it did teach me like a lot of phone skills on the phone. So it was just cold calling all day. Very much like working for the future, not right now, you know? You're not making a lot on every account, but the more accounts you build, the more your passive income comes. You can build a whole little business. So like I always wanted to work for myself. But I wasn't good at it, baby. That's it. You don't want me managing your money.
What do you think you weren't good at with it, though?
Well, you know what? I wasn't at like a major institution like a Wells Fargo or like a big name thing. It was like private wealth management.
Okay.
And you know what? I had a passion for the lifestyle, but not a passion for the product. And ultimately, Doug, look at me.
Was the ability to make money just not where you wanted it to be either?
I could make money. For whatever reason, Drew, I wasn't good at it.
Okay.
Like, you just don't want
Fair.
me managing your money. What do you want me to tell you?
All right.
But I was good on the phone, but I just couldn't make it happen. I couldn't make it happen. So like I was just starting to get traction with different marketing strategies. I was doing a ton on LinkedIn, and it was just starting to click for me. It was like my third year, just started to click for me. Corona happened. So the lockdown happens. I put a photo up on Instagram. I recreated one of my favorite photos of all time. They told me to take it down. I said, I'm not taking it down. I'm leaving it up there, baby. It's hilarious.
That's
I'm leaving it
awesome.
up there. And they asked me to leave, and I did.
What was the picture?
Oh, they're still on my Instagram to this day. It is me eating a steak and French fries off a naked girl's back on a balcony overlooking the city.
That is fantastic. We're gonna have to pull that up on screen
we'll
here,
pull it
baby.
up.
All right.
And they let me go. And then, you know what? I was applying for different jobs. And during that period of time, no one was hiring. I was applying everywhere. And I just couldn't get a job. And there's only so much time that you can spend, applying to these jobs. There's a lot of hours in the day.
Yep.
And somebody from my gym told me that they wholesale. I said, what is that? Tell me about this. It sounds interesting. And you know what? They said, I can't tell you about it. You just gotta, if I tell you about it, it won't mean anything to you. Go to YouTube University and check it out. Go to YouTube. And I'm glad that he did. I stumbled upon Jerry Norton, and I taught myself how to wholesale by watching Jerry Norton's YouTube.
Okay. I love it.
It was a wrap. I did my first deal, and I'll tell you what, it was $2,700 split in the middle between me and somebody else. $2,700, nothing. But it was the best money I ever made in my life.
Damn.
And it was a wrap after that. Like in my mind,
It made it real.
Bro, in my mind at the time, like I was telling my mom this, I was telling my buddies this, like, because it was an 18-year-old kid at the gym. So like
That told you about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm on my couch listening to a fucking 18-year-old. You know what I mean? Like what I'm telling everybody is like, I'm just gonna do this so I have some money coming in until I get a job.
Yeah.
But then I got we made that $2,700 and split it, and there was a wrap. I was like, I ain't getting that job fucking ever.
I love it.
See you. This is real. I'm gonna make that. I'll never get a job. See, and then that was it. I just started
love it.
doing deals.
So do you remember what it was that 18-year-old kid told you specifically that fired you up enough to be like, all right, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole, YouTube University, start studying? Like, did he tell you that he did a deal, or was it just kind of like, I heard about this?
No, he just closed he just made 10 grand.
Ah, okay.
He just made 10 grand. And I was thinking maybe I'll just be a real estate agent or something. But like, it was kind of unappealing to me, the whole real estate route. I was like, all right, I can start this, but I'm not going to, what the fuck? It's not going to help me. I'm not going to make money for at least 6 months.
Yep.
I got to do all this school, do this, all this nonsense. Like, maybe I don't want to do that. And I looked up wholesaling and I was like, wow, that makes so much sense.
So you hit YouTube University, you started researching. Did you, so you said Jerry Norton, did you like take any courses or anything, or was it all just straight YouTube content?
Bro, straight YouTube content.
I love it.
You can teach yourself anything just from YouTube. You don't have to spend any money whatsoever. And I didn't have a ton of money, bro. It's not like I was sitting on a bunch of money in my account and I can just spend it. I couldn't do that. So I watched every single one of his videos, and then it took me maybe 2 weeks. I just started taking action. I just started making a bunch of offers, and that was it.
I love it. So what was that first deal? Like, how did you find it?
Dude, Janet Papali. I wholesaled her listing. It was my first one. If you ever see the movie with the little Mark Wahlberg's in it, he's an Eagles player. He walks on or whatever.
I'm sure I've seen it.
It's an older movie. I don't remember. I don't remember. But Vince Papali is who he plays.
Okay, yeah. I forget the name of it, but yep.
Yeah, bro. His wife. It was her listing.
No way.
Yeah. So in the movie, the hot blonde bartender, it's a true story. He really gets with her, and they're married to this day. And that's who it was, Janet Papali.
No way.
Incredible woman. She was so nice to me. And we maintained a little relationship after for a while. Cool lady, but it was my first listing that I took down.
Dude, I love it. So let's get into that a little bit, because I think a lot of people, that sounds foreign anyway. Like, in the world of wholesaling, like, what do you mean you found a property that was listed and you wholesaled it?
Yeah, but that's how I started. I still do, like, maybe a deal a month this way. It's real simple. There's so many deals that are just hidden on the MLS.
Dude. Real estate investors, if you're looking for your next deal, you need to check out revamp365.ai. Whether you're looking for a deal to flip or to rent, or even a deal to wholesale, we got you covered. You know what type of deals that you're looking for, so why are they always so hard to find? Well, to put it simply, traditional real estate marketplace platforms weren't built for you. They were built for homeowners. Revamp 365 was built by investors for investors. Build your buy box and instantly filter entire markets to find the precise properties that you're looking for. You can browse wholesale and MLS deals. You can run comps and access all data, even if you're not a licensed agent. If you are a licensed agent, you're going to close more deals because you can set up buy boxes for all of your investor clients. You can upload and sell your off-market deals. And most importantly, you're going to set deal alerts so you never miss a deal that matches your buying criteria. Look, you know that missing one deal in the investment world can cost you tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But you probably don't have 80 hours a week to invest in underwriting every single deal that comes on the market to be able to see if it's a fit for you. This is your solution. Go to revamp365.ai/podcast today for a special lifetime offer that we're only making available here. Normally, plans are $100 or more per month. And if you ask any of our members that have closed 1, 2, or multiple deals, they'll all tell you the platform paid for itself for 20 years with the first deal that they did. So for a limited time, you can go to that link at revamp365.ai/podcast to get a lifetime offer to access this software, saving you a boatload of money, and even better, giving you opportunity to find your next deal today. But don't wait, we won't keep this available forever. Go check it out, revamp365.ai/podcast.
You need to make a ton of offers in order to make it happen. That's okay. That was just sitting on my couch. What the hell, Drew?
Yeah,
I can do it. And now I have like a good system behind it, and I probably spend maybe an hour a week doing it. I spend no time at all.
Not bad.
So it's certainly under 10 hours throughout the course of the month. And I make at least 10 extra grand a month doing it. So what
Dude,
the
I
fuck,
love
bro?
that.
So I still do it. Maybe it's immature and it's like low. It's a low level thing. If you talk to any of these big high guys, they're doing an average assignment, probably 20, 30 racks. Like they're in that ballpark. So it's small potatoes deal, but bro, it's free. And the more of those deals that I do, the more relationships I build and the more pocket listings I get. So I get
100%.
I don't even do it really for the extra deal a month that I get. Just from that, I do it for the pocket listings I get through that and the relationships.
Absolutely.
So, bam.
Dude, it makes so much sense. And it's so funny, man. Like, people have this like negative thought process around the MLS. They think that you can't find deals on the MLS. And you know a little bit about the software that I built and everything. And it's like, dude, with that alone, when we were testing stuff, the first deal that we did, which was by accident anyway, it was on the MLS for 120 grand. We put it under contract for 80.
Yeah.
And we sold it for more than it was listed for on the MLS. You know?
That's wild.
It's like,
That's
there's
cool.
deals that are out there, you know? But so simply not looking is not a good strategy, right? It's like,
Exactly.
it's crazy, man. So when you first started doing that, how did you know like what properties to go out and make offers on? Like, were you like kind of calculating ARV on the listings that were available? And you're like, oh man, like I think that could be a decent flip or a decent rental. Or did you probably didn't have relationships with buyers to know like what they wanted at that point, right?
Yeah. Well, all right. I knew this when I was first getting started, and I'm going to tell it to all y'all. If anyone wants to get into wholesaling, if you have a deal, the hungry hyenas will come and find you. It doesn't matter. Everyone's looking to make money. These are all cowboys. So you don't have to know anyone. Don't buy a buyer's list. Don't do any of this. You can put it on Facebook. All my best buyers, all my boys that I've met through this, I have met on Facebook. Yep. Put it on fucking Facebook. If you can't find a buyer, you can find another wholesaler that's got a buyer. It's super simple. And I knew that.
Yep.
Really, really simple, bro. I watched Jerry Norton's videos on how to comp via Redfin, and that's just what I did.
Okay.
I teach like younger people how to do this method, whatever. Like I put people on, and I don't tell them to comp. I think it's bad. I don't comp anything now.
Yeah. Time consuming, waste of time.
No point. Yeah. Your first offer should be so low you feel so uncomfortable, and then like, bro, you're not making offers to get deals, even with sellers. And for at least for me, I'm making offers to uncover motivation. And if I uncover enough motivation, bam, I can get deals.
100%.
You know, like at least that's how I look at it. So, but at the time, I didn't fucking know any better than Drew, my boy. Yep. I just did 75% of ARV minus repairs.
Yeah, blast them.
But you should be blasting them, Danny DeVito style.
I love it, man. I love it. So what happened after that first deal?
Oh, it was a wrap. It was like the first time I got a taste of the monkey. I need more. It was a wrap. I then from there started getting some lists, cold calling lists. So
now doing direct to seller,
but
marketing.
also there's some agent outreach.
Still that.
Yeah,
yep.
But going direct to seller, no dialer, just my cell phone and an Excel sheet.
Okay.
Because where I came from before,
that's gangster.
But I didn't know anything. Like in the finance world, as far as like with a lot of that stuff, any company you go to, they're kind of archaic as far as like technology goes. With that, I don't know why. Real estate is a lot higher. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I didn't even know what a dialer was. I didn't know what any of this was. I just knew an Excel sheet, baby. Whatever. Bam. Let's make it happen.
Some people.
Yeah, you organize it through color coding. I had this whole little dorky system. I would never do that now because I'm more intelligent and I understand how that's stupid.
Yep.
But an Excel
But
sheet.
even at that, you had traction with that.
Oh, yeah. I was making fucking money, baby.
Yep.
Not like at the time I thought it was money.
Not as quickly and efficiently, but you were making money.
Bro, I was making a good, probably when I was going, maybe like 15, 20 grand a month, and which was crazy money for me. Crazy money for me at the time.
Yep.
You know, and I was like, oh man, this is really cool.
It is, man. It's good money. That's the thing that I tell people all the time because everybody's always looking for like that magic pill, the magic method or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the magic method is grit and hustle. Like if you have grit and hustle, you're going to make it work. It doesn't matter what tools you have. It doesn't matter what data you have. If you have the grit and the hustle, you're going to go make it work.
Oh, 100%.
And there's things that can amplify that success.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
but you got to have that first.
Exactly. And how doing it that way, you're going to max out. I maxed out how much you can make because there's only so much time. Like
Yep.
I don't have a cold company. Like I'm farming my own leads to the cold calling.
Yep.
So like there's only so much time in the day. I'm calling from 9 to fucking 6.
Yep.
That's a lot of time on the phone.
Yes,
There's
it
only
is.
You know, so
But that also builds a lot of skill, man. Repetition.
For sure.
I love that. A lot of people are afraid to like even get their hands dirty and have those conversations and everything. But it's like, that's where you build the skill. Like,
Yes.
how are you gonna, I've seen so many people that have wanted to immediately hire like, not just a cold caller, but maybe a cold call company or something, or just somebody to do sales or to do acquisitions for them before they spent really any time figuring it out on their own. And it's like, I equate this to flipping houses too. It's like the reason that I've been able to do the things that I've done and manage them effectively is because I know how to do a little bit of everything.
Yes.
I'm not great at anything, but I know how to do pretty much every piece of a construction project, just like I know how to do every piece of a wholesale company, right? I can do the marketing, I can do the sales, I can do the acquisitions, I can do the disposition, whatever. You have to know a little bit, but if you're too afraid to actually do it and have the conversations,
Then
it's going to be hard to manage somebody else too and make sure that they're doing a good job.
Exactly. If you've never done it before, it's tough to take the reins.
But it's not that scary once you get told fuck off 20 times, right?
Oh, well, I was cold calling for years and not having a ton of success. So I was used to people saying, no, I didn't care.
Yep.
Are you kidding? I didn't care at all.
And that's the best way to get over it. It's like you can
Yeah.
tell somebody that and they're never really going to understand it until they just get told to fuck off, a bunch of times. And it's like, oh, that wasn't that bad. It didn't kill me.
I love it, really. I love it. I'm so toxic.
It means you're one step closer to getting somebody that does actually need your help and does want to work with you, and you can make money.
Yeah, it's really, really true. And if they're really bugging at you, they want them to be upset. I did them a favor. I gave them what they wanted. It's funny. Let's go.
Yep. It's such a great point, man, because if you just get on the phone with somebody and they automatically give you crap, they're not mad at you. They don't know you.
Yeah,
they're
they don't
having
care
a
about
bad
you.
day. They're having a bad situation going on, which really indicates even more that I might be able to help you,
Yeah.
Dude, it's been our thing like in the company forever that it doesn't matter if somebody tells us, don't call me back, fuck off, leave me alone, lose my number, whatever. That stays in our system forever. Now, depending on how severe their like F off was, maybe instead of following up in a month, we're going to follow up in 6 months, but we're still following up. The only way we're removing you is if you already sold the property or if you are deceased.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're getting removed, Or
if they say they put me on the do not call.
Threaten a lawsuit or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Remove them. Not worth all that.
DNC these people. It's not worth it.
Yup. So, all right. So you start pulling some data, you start cold calling, you're making more money. Where were you pulling this data at the time? Were you going to like a data provider or were you pulling it yourself, public records?
No, everything through Batch.
Okay.
And I still use Batch. When Bright used to be connected with, what were they? Remine or whatever.
Reonomy.
Reonomy.
Yeah.
I used to get it through there. Then they stopped being connected. So I just went right to Batch, and I love Batch.
Yep. I use Batch also, man. I love it.
Like there are cheap. If you go on Facebook, there's a million people from Pakistan that'll do it cheaper for you. But at the end of the day, data is everything. So if you're getting cheap data, you shot yourself in the foot, my boy. You shouldn't have done that. That's crazy. If they're offering it to you too cheap, it's garbage. You don't want anything garbage.
Yeah, it's old. If
the numbers are bad, you don't want that. Get rid of it. So I do that.
5-year-old data.
Yeah, forget that.
Yep.
So I like Batch. Whatever, they hit me at, it was 9 cents, and now they're going to hit me at 8 cents a record because of the amount that I'm pulling. Whatever.
I like it.
That sounds really good to me. I don't care.
It's not bad at all, man.
What
not
the
bad
heck?
at all. I
I
love
was
it.
spending 12 before, so
Yep. That's good, man. One of the CRM that I was on for a while was called Freedom Soft. We switched a couple years ago, which is a whole story. But they had skip tracing built into the CRM, and it was 24 cents a record.
Ooh.
But
Good
it's
data.
like it was already linked into the CRM that I was using. So we didn't ever do our bulk stuff through there. But for small batches, 100, 200 records, it's already in there. Like
Why
you don't have to go
not?
pull. Yeah, it's like everything's situational. And it's also good to test other providers and everything
Yes.
because like we've done it before where, okay, we're going to skip trace the same list on PropStream and on batch. And let's see like what we come up with.
Yeah.
Because the most frustrating thing to me, like it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. Like our deal size can be so good in this industry that it's like, dude, if there's one more phone number on this batch list than there is on this PropStream list, that could be the one deal that's a
Yes.
$20, $30, $40,000 deal. So that one phone number
It's
is
important.
worth
Give it
a
to me.
lot. Yeah, man.
There we
It's
go.
tough. So when you started using a dialer, who'd you jump over to?
Mojo.
Mojo? Okay.
Mojo and Mojo. When I had the whole cold call thing going, I don't do any cold calling anymore. But when I had that going, Mojo was great. I loved it as a dialer. There's a CRM in there. There are KPIs to a degree in there. Like there's some analytics. Yeah, and you know what? I rocked with it, Drew. I'll tell
love
you
it.
what, I loved it. That's all I had as a CRM.
Okay.
Now I'm not doing the cold call, so I'm trying to figure out another CRM. I guess I think I'm going to do Podio or something. I'm not really sure.
Okay.
Podio. I think you kind of have to be computer smart or like a kind of like a. You have to
I'd
be
agree with that.
savvy
Yeah,
to set
I'd
it
agree
up.
with that.
And I'll tell you what. Think about your grandfather. That's me.
That's you.
That's me. That's not me. My lady handles a bunch of my things like that.
Yep.
That's just not me. I can't set this up myself.
Yep.
I can't, and I can't even hire some like a VA to do it or whatever, or someone to do it because I don't know what the fucking tell these people.
Yeah, yeah.
So I signed up for some fucking thing that it's Podio, but it's somebody's pack
yep.
in Podio. They're gonna hit me at like $100 a month or something. Take it.
That's
I don't
fine.
fucking
It's like
give a
you end
shit.
up paying that for Podio anyway after all the tools are connected and integrated anyway, even if you're not using somebody's package.
little package. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it's good. Maybe you could tell me something else. I have no idea.
No, man, that's what I would say is go with something that's already a
Thing.
business in a box system, right? Because that was my issue. Like I used FreedomSoft for the first couple years and it was great. And I got to the point like I was scaling. I had a bunch of people on our sales team and everything worked fine, right? It's like we got to the point where we were bringing in like 25, 30 contracts a month using that
Ooh,
system.
God bless
We weren't closing all that, but we were bringing in
bring that in.
25 to 30 a month. And in my mind, I was like, well, I need a higher level of sophistication now. I want to be able to track things that I can't, So I need a custom built system. So I paid like 10 grand, had somebody build a custom built Podio system for me and everything. Well, I thought it was going to be fire.
You didn't like it.
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. It's that at the end of the day, it's compound, like it's worse when you have more people that are using and relying on the CRM.
Okay.
If it's just you, it's like you're going to make the changes, you're going to adapt, and you're going to be fine. But basically, I had to retrain 10 people on our entire system. So it's like now we're not generating revenue. Now I'm doing fucking tech trainings and everything to
never signed up to be a
re-show
tech
everybody
guy.
how to do the things that they used to know how to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was like, it dropped a bomb in the business, man. It's like we went from
bet.
bringing in 20 to 30 contracts a month to, for like 3 months, dude, we brought in like 5 a month. Like it was bad. And then slowly it gained traction. It was fine and everything. But no question about it, it's much more complicated and complex than our previous system was. If I could go back knowing what I know now, I would have stayed with the system that I had, even with the shortcomings that I thought it had, No question.
Well, I'm interested to see if if the Podio is too complicated for me, even through being through somebody else's joint.
Right.
You know?
I don't think it will be. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll see. The Mojo I was only doing cold call, and then, man, I was doing agent outreach, but there's only so much actual leads that you get. So, man, I could just easily add them into the Mojo, and it didn't really matter. You know what I mean? Or if I got like that extra referral that I got a month, like I would put it in there, but it was good enough to keep track of.
Yep.
Now that I'm not cold calling at all. So what's the point of like it doesn't work? I need something else.
Yep. So why did you stop doing the cold calling?
Terrible, stupid to do.
Yeah.
Super stupid to do. My opinion.
In what aspect?
Okay, so
Put us on.
I will put you on, and again, keep this in mind. It all depends on what you want out of your life and what you want your lifestyle to be. With cold call, doing it myself, oh man, I can make 20 grand a month with a dialer, 20 grand a month as a ballpark. Not really much expenses, but you calling all day long.
Yep.
You basically have a job. Okay, if you want, this is my experience. If you actually want to get past that and actually make some real motherfucking money, you need a lot of cold callers to do it. You need a lot of data to do it. And it's so much management of human beings. There's so much turnover. You can hire a cold call company, but there's only so much control that you have over. Exactly. You're still managing somebody.
Yep.
And then there's just so much management of other human beings. And me personally, I don't enjoy that. So that's just not who I am as a human.
Got it.
And I know that I could run up 100 a month without having to manage a bunch of motherfuckers. So I don't want to. I'm not really, that's just not who I am. I'm in my house with my lady.
I get it.
I don't have an office. It's just what I am in my heart. Some guys are so the opposite of that, which I think is super fucking gangsta. You know what I mean?
Everybody's got their own thing.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? Don't yuck my yum. I won't yuck your yum. You know, type of thing.
100%.
I want to be in my house. I don't want to talk to a bunch of people. I don't enjoy it.
Yep. Well, you're talking to a bunch of people regardless. You're saying you don't want to manage people.
I don't want to manage people. I don't like to deal with the turnover. I just and I'm talking to a ton of people, but they're not human beings in my life. If you're somebody that's an integral part of my organization, you're a big time human being in my life.
Yeah.
That there's that's what I don't like.
Yep. I get that.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does.
Your acquisition guy, you love him. He's super important to you. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to have those. I guess I don't want to have those relationships with people.
That's okay.
Hey, that's who I am, baby. I know who I am.
Totally understand.
And
that's all good.
I don't want that responsibility. Some guys love that responsibility. I don't enjoy that responsibility.
Okay.
So no cold calling. I make more money. I have to talk to way less people, and it's way easier to scale just fucking doing text. I'm trying to get rich. I don't want it depends what you want. I want to get rich and be by myself. It's super easy. I know for a fact with just me and a transaction coordinator, I could do 100 a month if I'm smart, and I just keep getting the correct guidance. It's just all about how I do it, So with SMS, it's so fucking easy. I don't even talk to half these sellers. I don't even have a VA doing it. I just do it myself.
Yep.
But because I'm just doing it myself, bro, it's fucking easy. It's easy. Two, I came from cold calling, so for me, it's only a fraction of the time that I was spent in.
Yep.
I can't believe I wasn't doing it before. Phil Vaughn's bro, what's wrong with you? You need to I want to spend money on this, that. He's like, dog, shut up.
Yeah.
You shouldn't spend money anywhere else until you're doing $500,000 a year in a text, and then think about other things. He was so right.
That's good, dude.
He was so right. Without a team, you could, I don't know, I'm 10 times in right now.
Good.
I'm spending 5, making right now, this just started. I just upped it. Before it was 25. I was spending 25, doing 25 grand volume. But again, talking to on the phone, almost no one, just texting.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep.
I just bumped it. Things are fucking rolling right. Things are rolling right now.
Dude,
I really feel like I put gasoline in my business. I really do. I'm super blessed. I feel like I put gasoline. It's not a forever strategy. It's get some money now strategy. They'll outlaw it soon.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I think I told you my Phil story about starting text, whatever it was, 5-6 years ago. And, I kind of didn't touch it. I figured that texting was going to go away 5-6 years ago. And here we are. It's everybody's oh, texting's going away. All these things are changing. It's still there, though.
It's still there. They say it's not as good as it
was. It's always going to exist probably to a degree. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And maybe it's going to be different. Maybe you won't be able to do it in bulk, but maybe you will be able to do it texting, 20 people a day from your cell phone, right? It's like, and if you can still make good money doing that, there's always going to be a way. Right?
Exactly. You can always do it. They'll change up how you can do it. It is what it is.
Yep.
And when it stops working, I'll do something else. What
right.
worked yesterday won't work today. Cold calling used to work for me, but my needs and wants changed.
Yep.
So I had to get out of it.
So talk to me about like the sales process of doing the SMS. Like, are you, once somebody replies to a text message, I'm assuming your message says something like, hey, Nick, I saw 123 Main Street. Can I make an offer on it or something like that?
Some
right?
bullshit. Yeah.
Okay.
My templates are gas, by the way. I got the
All
best
right.
templates.
I love it. I love it. So when somebody responds with some sort of positive, yes, I'm interested in talking or whatever, are you calling them right away or are you talking a little bit more on text?
I qualify a little bit via text. So
Okay.
I just have a couple quick replies because there's only so many things that they can say.
Yep.
And that's it. I have like 3 or 4 quick replies. And if they like, some people will just respond like, all right, how much do you want? Or how much?
Yeah,
will you
what's
give
your
to me?
offer?
Yeah,
What's
what's
your
your
offer?
offer? And you know this, and that's typically going to be the case if you're doing outbound marketing.
Yep.
So if they're interested, they'll say, some will just say yes, I'm interested, and then the quick reply is, okay, great. How much do you want for it? I'm just going to fucking ask you.
Yep.
Some people, if they ask me, like the quick reply, if they ask me how much I would give, it's okay. Great. Let me ask you, how much do the current tenants pay? Because I'm doing a lot of absentee owners.
Okay.
And then they'll either tell me what the tenants pay, or they'll say that there's no tenants in there. Bam, that's all I need to know.
Okay. And then at that point, are you just picking up the phone and calling them?
No,
or?
I'm just texting these people and
Really?
offer, bro.
crap.
If I can get it done, like some of these people don't want to talk to you. Who do you think you are?
Yeah,
They don't want to talk to you on the phone. If they're just texting you back and they're just talking to you that way, they're telling you, this is how I like to talk. If they stop,
crap. Okay.
if I hit them with the joint and they don't respond, oh boy, they got like a good 2 hours before I start fucking calling them. Because now this is a type of human being that they want more of a personal thing. Let me get them on a phone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of these people, they don't want to talk to you, my boy. That's my experience.
I totally understand. And it's weird because like I never really did texting in bulk, right? It's like after I had that combo with Phil a year ago, we joined back up and we started testing with it a little bit and everything. And we did it for a little bit and then they put more changes into effect. And I was like, all right, I'm
out.
Yeah, I'm doing good with other stuff. I'm just, you can't do everything at the same time,
Yes,
right?
you can't.
So I never really got deep into it, but that's an interesting thought. Like, because my sales process has always been like, if we're texting with somebody, now mind you, most of the times we're texting with somebody, they already called in at some point and now they got like a text drip response or something. And maybe they replied, but my sales process has always been somebody texts any sort of positive, get them on the phone. Get them on the phone.
That's good.
But you're right, because a lot of people, myself included, like, I don't want to be on the phone.
I know
hate
that
being
I'm
on
going
the
to
phone.
ignore it and say, bro, just text me. I don't
text me.
You're not important to me at this point.
Yep.
We're not in the same. Like you're nothing to me. Don't talk. I don't need to talk to you on the phone.
Yep.
My time is super valuable.
Yep.
I don't know. That's how I look at it. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, you're totally right. Believe me, I'm with you. I'm with you.
But it's been going really well
Dude, that's
doing it that
fantastic.
way. And again, I don't think that I'm not calling these people. Like
Right.
again, like most of it is follow up. So like. Once you get into the follow-up thing, you're getting I'm sure everyone does the same thing. You do the call, text at the same time. I do the double call, then text.
Double taps are where it's at, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
buddy.
Yeah.
Always with a double call. I've never not double called. Every
love
follow-up
it.
is a double call.
I love it. The only thing that always drove me nuts is I never found a software, like a dialer, that would do the double tap. Somebody needs to invent that.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to invent a double tap dialer.
I agree.
Man, I'll sign up. I'll pay big for that.
There we go. I'll do it. Oh yeah. So and that's it. So I'll do a little follow up with these people. But even I have launch control, and like right now I just do the drip campaigns with a text. So if you're a lead, you're gonna text every week for a while until it goes to every 2 weeks, till it goes every month, till it goes once a quarter. You know what I mean? Like
I love it.
there's like 10, 15 steps on the drip campaign. So what the hell?
I love it, man.
You know, that's really
That's
like
fantastic.
that alone has given me a lot of like, don't do as much.
Yep.
Try to do less.
So, all right. So you're sending a text, you're negotiating over text, not even talking to them. You send them, they say, yup, I'll take your offer, $100,000, whatever. And then you're just sending them agreement of sale DocuSign.
Yeah, DocuSigning it over.
Okay.
Sometimes we'll meet in person. If we meet in person, I always try to get the wet signature because, man, I don't want you agreed right now, but what happens when you go home? Are you still gonna feel the same way?
Yep.
So if you can get it inked with a wet signature, I think is always better. But sometimes they won't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
Doesn't always work. So usually it's DocuSign.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And then from there, are you going to the properties yourself, taking pictures? Are you sending somebody out? What's that look like?
I'll tell you what, earlier in the beginning of the year, Drew, I never wanted to do an appointment by myself. I had other people that would do the appointments for me unless it was going to be a big deal. I would get belly to belly with the seller, bring no rollie so he knows that my money is real. You know what I'm saying? And and I have good energy with me, so they like me and it works really well.
Yep.
But if we were farther away on the price, or like I was a little speculative if it was worth it, I would never go. I would send somebody, but that's not smart. I learned. Jerry Norton is I have a relationship with Jerry. I care I care about everything that he says because he's never said a wrong thing in my opinion. And he thought that was crazy. You should go to every appointment, even if it's not close with the price. Like if they'll do the appointment to a degree.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
There's
if
a
I
fine
need it at
line.
100 and you're asking 500 grand, I'm not going to do that. You're just trolling me.
Yep.
But I started doing that, and I go to every appointment if the seller's going to be there. I just go by myself, and even before I would have it all pre-negotiated, the price, and then I would go out. Now, hey, if we're even remotely in ballpark, I'm going to go to the appointment.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? I make it cheaper.
Yep.
And
Dude.
it's been so smart. There's maybe 3 deals so far this year that I got a much lower price on the actual appointment that I would have just missed out on.
Yep.
What the hell? And I'm trying to do less deals, more spread. So 3 deals for me is good.
I love that, man. It's like I've had so many different like people in mastermind groups that I'm in and sales trainers that was their philosophy is anybody that says, yes, I own the house and yes, I want to sell and I'm the decision maker. It doesn't matter about their price. It's like, go. Because if they actually want to sell, and you should already know a little bit about the property because it's in a list that you pulled, right?
Exactly.
So it's part of some sort of demographic. You know, there's probably a good chance that there's another motivator that would make them want to sell. Maybe it's absentee, maybe it's a tax sale list, whatever it is, right? But you know, there's some form of distress because they were on this list I bought.
Yes.
They own the house. They want to sell the house.
See ya.
Know? Yeah. Yeah. It's worth going on the appointment. I love that.
Go on the appointment, man.
It's weird for me too because like, I guess I really started scaling up like at the beginning of COVID. I was in business before then, but I started scaling up maybe a year before COVID. And we started doing like basically 90% of our contracts we would lock up over the phone before going on the appointment. Then COVID happened and that just solidified it. It's like, of course we're sending the contract over the phone. We got to be safe, right?
Yeah.
So
I love
that just became our process. Like that's what we do. And then I'm meeting all these other guys that run like high level, high volume companies. And they're like, no, man, like you got to go in person.
Go
you got
see
to
this
go
guy.
in person. And it's true, man. Just like you said, most of the time, you're going to get a better price in person than you are over the phone.
Yes.
You're going to waste some time because there's going to be people that no-show you and there's going to be people that don't want to sell and, you know, whatever. But you're also going to get better deals.
You're going to get better deals. I just sold a deal to Evans or Rambo recently.
Did you?
That I got we have another one that hopefully it'll close this week too. But, bro, the seller originally wanted 100. I got to this house. I was like, bro. Come on, you know I can't do 100. He's like, okay. Bro, I got it at fucking 80 grand.
There you go.
20 grand price reduction.
Yep.
He was hell-bent on that 100.
Yep. Just like that.
Just like that. You got go. Go to the appointment.
So as far as like your closing skills and everything, was that all kind of like YouTube University also? Like how did you learn how to get belly to belly with a seller and be able to get them from that 100 grand down to 80? Was it trial and error? Was it YouTube University?
Comfortability level. Comfortability level is all. And I just, the more comfortable I got, the more comfortable I got.
Okay.
And then I would
Going out and
attribute
doing
it to
it.
that. Just go do it. Go do it. I was never fearful. I don't really have that gene. I don't know what it is. I'm the only person that exists in my mind. So it doesn't really like everybody else is just there like to entertain me in a way. I don't mean to sound too crazy, but like
I get what you
they're
mean.
supplemental pieces. Like they're only put there for me.
I get what you mean.
I don't know why I feel that way, but I always have.
We could go deep down that rabbit hole and turn this into a philosophical conversation, right? It's
so
like,
like I don't know.
it's your world and everyone's just living in it. Because
Yeah,
really, to a large
exactly.
degree, that's true. That's
Yeah.
real. You know?
So I've just never worried about that. I don't know.
I like that. I like that.
I remember
cool,
first starting on the phone, like doing the agent outreach, and like people like screaming at me, like, "What is wrong with you? How do you not know it's supposed to be this price?" Blah blah blah. And then I would just, I don't know. I was never apprehensive about it. I didn't care. But well, brother, I'm obviously new. Fucking tell me. What do you want me to do?
Yep. Yep. I love it, man. So tell me a little bit about, you said that your Dispo process is basically like, cool, I get it under contract and I'm just sending it out on Facebook. Is that like your main method right now, or?
My main method is, well, first off, once I get something, if it's an area I've done deals in before, you should probably already know who the biggest buyers are,
Yep.
or at least who the safest buyers are. So before I blast it out, I text all those people that I know that are in that area that are like the real deal Holyfield,
Yep.
and I give them the first chance to get it. If, in a perfect world, that's how I sell it.
I love it.
Doesn't always happen, or if they try to negotiate with the price at all.
Yep.
Bam! I put it on Facebook.
Send it on
I
to
think
the
it's a
next.
good idea to just put it on social media anyway, so that people know that you're out here getting this money.
Yeah.
As far as like getting inbound leads through other wholesalers or agents, you know.
Yep.
So like just telling people that you said, like just putting it in, even if you have a buyer already in your mind, throwing it out there so people know, yo, Drew's out here slinging shit.
Yep.
I got a deal. Maybe he'll help me sling some shit. So I
love
like, so I'll put it up either way, like at least on my Instagram story at a minimum, even if I have somebody.
Yeah, man, you're a beast on social media. You do it
Thank
well.
you.
You do it well.
Thank you. I take it super seriously.
Yeah, no, and you should, because it generates a lot of money when done right, and it's still entertaining. You
And
know?
it's fun. Yeah, it's
fun.
entertaining. You get social equity from doing it, you know? And you can, the bigger your influence is, the more money you can get on there. So what the heck?
It's the truth, man. Like one of the biggest Drew, you're a dumbass moments that I had was like, maybe it was 2 years ago at this point, but I was looking at like the end of year financials, and I was looking at like where the deals and the revenue that we generated, like what marketing source it came from. Did it come from direct mail? I've always been a heavy direct mail guy. Did it come from SMS, the little bit that we do? Did it come from cold call, TV, whatever? And I was looking at the end of the year, and it was like, dude, we did over $250,000 in wholesale deals from organic referrals.
Yeah, that's fun. That's
But in
good.
my mind, even like as I was looking at that, I'm like, man, that's cool. That's a lot of money from a lead source that cost $0. But still, as I looked at that, I'm like, yeah, but it's not scalable, man. It's not controllable. I can't influence that number. But it was a big enough number that I'm like, I'm going to sit and stew on this for a little
I
bit.
better do
Like,
some
how
shit.
can I influence this? And after 10 minutes, I was like, I am such a dumb fuck. Like, there's so many ways that I can influence this. Social media is the first one, right?
Yes.
Talk more about what I do. Talk more about how we pay referrals to people that bring us deals and everything,
Exactly.
you know? And it's like one of the simplest changes that I made was we printed out, it's back there, that giant dry erase check. So
Yeah.
when somebody sends us a referral, it's like, yo, we're filling out this giant dry erase check that Nick brought us a deal. He made 10 grand for bringing us a deal. We're going to take a picture in front of it. We're going to post it on social. And a bunch of people reach out and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know that I could get paid for bringing you a deal. It's like, of course you can. You know, I've been doing this for
good.
years. Like, but people don't know when you don't talk about it.
Yeah, I may steal that from you with the big check.
Absolutely.
I just send the
Yo,
money.
it's actually pretty
I just send out the money. I gotta do
Seriously,
that.
man. Seriously, like, I'll put you on, you know? It's
Heck
like a
yeah.
$50.
Oh
Got
yeah,
you.
put me on,
Got you.
bro.
So what's next for you?
Man, what is next? I'll tell you. So right now, I think I told you a second ago before we popped on here, I just recently, I guess, doubled my text budget. So I was spending, when I first started, like the first quarter, I was doing it. $2,500. Your first month doing it, if anyone wants to jump into SMS or really any type of marketing that is outbound, you will not get $1 your first month. Your first month is all about getting your pipeline and like building a pipeline of actual leads. That second month is when you'll start converting some of those leads. And that third month is when maybe you're going to start closing on some of those leads, right? So
Golden advice. Yep.
Realistically, if you're doing it right, you may fuck it up.
Yep.
And then it'll delay it some months. You could fuck it up for sure.
Yep.
But that's a pretty normal and healthy progression.
Agreed.
Yeah, so she started closing recently. So, all right, cool, bam, double my budget. I don't give a shit. So now I just started spending the $5 a month on the text, just because it's a number that I can do now and think nothing of. It doesn't stress me out. Like, fuck, whatever, dog. So it takes a quarter for me to feel the effect of it.
Yep.
I don't care. It's not a ton of money. It doesn't matter to me.
Yep. So to clarify, when you say you're spending $5,000 a month,
mainly on data,
text, okay, data.
Okay. I'm just spending a bunch of money on data. I'm sending out a lot of text.
Yep.
There are people that are spending more than me, obviously, but like they have teams.
Yep.
Just for me, like, bro, I can if I'm
dude with no other cost, $5,000 going into data. That's a healthy budget, man. That's damn good.
That's really good, right?
Yep.
What the hell? I don't care. It's nothing to me. I don't give a shit at this point. Things are starting to close, and like, man, I'll make. My goal for the end of this quarter is to do 20 at least a week, 20 racks a week, hopefully by the end of the quarter. Like,
I love it.
By the end of the quarter, like that just being a regular thing in my life. Right now, it's about 10
Okay.
a week. So like if I'm doing like, I think I can easily, it's at a point where like you could just add more fuel to the fire, if that makes sense.
Yes, it
and now
does.
it's just more about just how much can I spend?
Yep.
But I think on a $5,000 a month spend, I'll do a minimum of 50 racks a month just from SMS.
Dude. That's
And then
badass.
I think I'll make a good. I could make not an easy, but I should make a good like 10, 20 more depending on the month from organic stuff that just comes my way from being myself. You know,
I love
mixed
that.
with a little bit of agent outreach. So like, let's say I'm doing most months around like an extra 10 a month through the agent outreach. So look, I think I can, I think I could easily do fucking, bro, I should do 20 a month. I should do an easy 80 a month, I think,
I love it.
with just me and transaction coordinator,
Yep.
you know?
What other?
My opinion. I just, like, I don't see another way how it would go.
I think that's the best way to be, though, man. Like, it's another thing that's been a blessing and a curse for me, but like, just the mindset that I have, it's, tell me if I'm wrong, but it's probably, we'll relate here, is when I set my mind on something, it's just, that's it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
And I may not know all the pieces that are going to pop up. I don't know what issues there's going to be with the sellers or a TC or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do 80. That's it. I'm going to do it. Right?
My goal is 80. The minimum that I'll accept is 50 a month, or else I'm just gonna quit. I really mean that. I mean that with my heart. Bro, I've gotten really close. You know Santini down in South Jersey?
Yeah.
Bro, he really changed a lot of shit. Dude, Tim T, he changed my mind. Francesca, like, dude, that whole little South Jersey crew, they really changed how I think about everything. I like, dude, Santini, I talk to most days of my life. Like, he helps me out. Like, being friends with that guy's really like changed my whole perspective. But like, dude, he's out, him, Phil Vaughn, all those guys down there in South Jersey, the amount of deals that they're doing, average spreads of 30, they're doing like almost a 30 grand spread. George Beatty, bro. George Beatty is doing a 30 grand spread every day of his fucking life. And if he doesn't, I bet he's like super sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many big spreads out there. Like, if I can't just they're doing 20, 30 a month. If I can't do one a week, there's no reason I should do this. I should figure out something else. In my mind.
So
there's so many of these deals out there that are big spreads.
There are.
I could do one a week. It's so simple.
Yep.
And that's how I look at it. Fucking.
What's some
whatever.
of the biggest things that talking to guys that are doing volume and everything, like what has that changed for you? Is it a mindset thing? Is it a skill thing? Is it a
Mindset.
tools and resources?
Mindset.
Okay.
don't get me wrong. I have my resources are unbelievable now at this point. And honestly, really a big part of it is me having my pod.
Dude,
like,
it's huge.
We're boys now.
Yep.
Like you're a huge whatever the word is.
Resource.
You're a huge fucking resource and you know it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My network that I have now is crazy.
Yep.
So just being around all y'all, you as well, sitting down with you was super helpful. Sitting down with all these people has been the guidance that I've gotten this year is just unbelievable. This has been the biggest year of growth I've ever had for my business.
Isn't that crazy? Because it's like so many people that have a limited mindset think, well, if Nick's crushing it, he's not going to fucking tell me what to do. He's not going to help me because he's not going to give up the business and show me the way.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so not the way that it is in real estate investing, right?
Nah,
it's like,
it's not.
I have met so many people that have been so helpful to me over my entire career.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've paid for mentoring and coaching as well, but there's so many people that are willing to help you for free because they want to see you get to the next level. They want to see you
Exactly.
grow. And it's crazy, man.
Yeah, but you have to be special. Like you have that special thing about you. So like,
Well, everybody does, though.
Everybody does, but
Yep.
like, no, they don't. I disagree with you. I don't think that everybody does. Like,
You don't
some
think
people-
so?
Nah, I think some people are super not special. But that's okay. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Like we are blessed. We are some of the ones that are, which is super nice. And I think like you can tell everybody's energy. And I think like there's certain people that you just know. Oh, that person is gonna like. That person's a hustler. There's either hustlers or they're not.
Yep.
And like in this world and in our industry, if you're a hustler, all the other hustlers that know more than you will be like, oh, okay, yep. Even he's younger, he's just getting started, but he's one of us. Let's help. Let's put some fuel to his fire.
I love it.
I think that is the reason why you've gotten a lot of great things come your way and a lot of good things, just because you're special. You know what I mean? You're a hustler.
thank
You're
you.
one of the ones.
Thank you. And so
That's
are
how-
you, brother. So
I
are you,
agree.
brother.
I know.
I agree. I'm a bad motherfucker.
I am. I don't know what it is. I agree.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Yeah.
So let's say next month you jump to your $5,000 budget, then you double it again. You go to 10 grand a month and you're bringing in 100 grand a month.
Yeah.
Now what?
I don't think I can do that all via SMS. I think like
Okay.
we'll see. I think there's
What
a cap.
areas are you targeting, by the way?
Everything, every county but Philadelphia. I'm done spending money in the city.
Okay.
Other than Uptown, I'll spend money in Uptown and I'll spend money in the Northeast. Other than that, it's psychotic to spend any money in the city. It's super crazy, super dumb. Average assignment in the city with paid marketing is going to be around 10 grand, maybe 15 grand in most areas, but you probably capped at 10.
Yeah.
In the suburbs, everyone's doing 20, 30 grand. So
And the city's tough anyway right now.
It's so
like,
competitive.
Stuff sitting, like
Forget
even
that.
listings on the MLS that are shitty houses
Yeah.
that would have sold in a heartbeat 2 years ago. Stuff sitting, man.
South Philly is a graveyard. Go ahead, do a flipping. Even a hot area in South Philly, have fun. Your
Yep.
shit's gonna sit there for 6 months.
Yep.
I mean, you 6 months in that project. It'll be the average time on market is 60 days, 90 days over there.
Yep.
Have fun. You're gonna be one of 100 other houses in that.
right.
Like, see ya.
That's right.
Northeast things sell. It's like the suburbs. People's standards in the suburbs are so shit. Like they're terrible. So
Yeah.
like people are buying these beater houses in the city that like no one would touch other than an investor. Everything in the city needs a full rehab, even if it's a mid.
Yeah.
But Northeast, not the case. Uptown, not the case. It's the suburbs, basically. So
Yep.
I'll spend money there, but that's it, man. Suburbs. That's
I like it.
The same ad spend, the same work, double the money. What do you want to do?
I love it.
I got
Love
a
it,
family.
man.
I gotta get the money when I can.
I love it. So you have 2 kids. You got a wife, girlfriend. You married?
We're not married.
Not
Like a
married?
domestic partnership. The government's not involved in my life yet,
Totally understand.
but they
Totally
will be.
understand.
We're gonna get the government involved in our life. Now.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
engaged.
God bless. I love it. I did everything backwards too, man. I had a kid first at 21 years old.
Oh.
Then bought a house. Then got married, I don't know, after 6 or 7 years, because everybody was up our ass, like, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? So now here I'm asking you, when are you getting married, man?
Yeah, there we go. That's how it works.
But so your woman, like, is she involved in what you do, or does she support what you do, or?
My woman is perfect. She's so strong. She's incredible. I'm super blessed, bro. She's the ultimate good girl. She
I love
really,
that.
really is. She's good at so many things. She helps me dramatically. She understands marketing very, very well. She helps me with all my social media. She's just a good person for me to brainstorm different marketing things with. She fully understands and accepts my lifestyle.
That's huge.
She makes the food. It's very domesticated situation, you know. She allows me to do the things that are important for our whole little thing to work. Yeah.
Dude, I love that so much because that's so important, so powerful. And that's why I asked that question, like having a supportive, significant other. Like, dude, there's no way that I could do any of the things that I've done if I didn't have support, you know?
Yeah.
It's huge.
I see all these guys with the wrong woman. Like it breaks it doesn't break my heart. It bewilders me. I don't even know what that's like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I couldn't imagine that. And if you're out there and you don't have your significant other is not like supporting you and a resource. Oh, I said it right that time.
There it is.
You need to leave them immediately.
Yeah.
Cut them out of your life. It could be the Capricorn in me that I'm able to cut people out so quick, but like if you're done. Like I really mean that. Yeah, like you have to have a good girl. If you want to go far. Or if you want to be a cowboy like us, you got to have a good girl.
You got to, man. You got to, because it's crazy, you know? It's
crazy.
Like we have inconsistent months, we have good days, bad days, and everything in between. And having that support system is massive.
Everything. It really is. My woman is everything to me.
I love it.
You know? What the heck?
Man. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
I have no idea. Happy as fuck.
Happy and rich? Happy and rich?
Happy and super wealthy. Probably doing the same thing. I wake up and I'm super blessed, Drew. Every single day, I just do everything that I want to do every day. I want to do jujitsu every day. I do it. I want to do my weird hippie little morning routine every day. I do it. What the hell? I love wholesaling. I do it every day. I love it. I wake up and every single day I just do the 3 or 4 things that I like.
Dude,
it's really nice. And
that is the coolest thing.
And I'll always do that. Whatever it is that I'm super into, I'll just do that every day. And I'm not thinking 10 years out. Call me crazy. I'm thinking
I would have had the same
more
answer.
Match by match. I'm trying to fucking win. So I'm thinking match by match by match right now until I get to a certain point where I can either camp or reevaluate. But right now, match by match by match. So I'm trying to max out what I can do via SMS. And then when I'm at that point, I don't think SMS is forever, so I need to also be super deep into the mail or PPC. I'm leaning towards the mail because all of the influence that I receive, the people that help me, are all doing mail. So I better do some mail. Yep. I only have one person that I'm very close with that is happy with their performance in PPC.
Okay.
And everybody knows Mark the Shark is the PPC guy. All these big cats I talk to, everyone wants to talk to me about Mark.
Yeah.
Dude, Mark is crushing. He runs his own PPC, no company, and everyone knows Mark's crushing.
Yep.
Mark's doing over 100 a month every month of his life. You know,
badass,
without a team. With no team, he doesn't even know what follow-up is because all of his deals, I really mean it. Like he's like, I've never followed up with anybody because all his deals are just immediate. Mark is crushing. But other than that, no one, I've never talked to anyone that makes real big boy money that is happy with their PPC. You weren't happy about your experience.
Yep.
I don't know about now, but Phil Vaughn wasn't when I talked to him last about it.
Mm-hmm. I think him and I both use the same company, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think he switched to something now. He switched through somebody else that he met in Collective Genius.
Okay,
and bro. If you do it long enough, you'll figure it out. Like if you stuck
everything
it out,
does work if you do it long enough.
And he's he's so smart. And he's a fucking animal. He'll figure it out. Yep. But same thing with Santini. They're not happy about it yet. Everyone wants to talk about Mark.
Yep.
And I know I will never manage it myself because I'm your grandpa.
Yep. I get it.
So I'm afraid. But we'll see. When it comes down to it, I got to do one or the other, though. You got to do one or the other this game.
That's right. And you have to diversify a little bit because if tomorrow, cell carriers slap you and say, hey, no more, right? You gotta have something at least in the pipeline that you're ready to pivot, And
I don't want to have to wait a minimum of a quarter to
now
get
you're
my money back.
3-4 months until you can close your next deal. Like that's a big deal.
Stressful.
Yeah.
I don't want to live like that. So
that's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow it the right way, not. I fucked my bag up. I don't even. It's cool if I swear on here. I've been swearing like crazy,
bro.
I thought so.
Yes.
I have fucked my bag up so many times. I'm so determined. Not on dumb material things, but just on marketing and try to make this work. I've just screwed it up so many times.
It's the hardest part, though,
I tried to
man.
scale cold calling for over a year. That's why I'm done with the cold call. It was so difficult. Like I spent a ton of money on that and had months where I didn't make any money. Like I just fucked my bag up doing
Because
that.
you were trying to hire other people and let them run.
do all this,
Okay.
do all these things. It just forget it, man. I'm trying to grow in a way that I know that I won't mess the bag up, and I'm getting just incredible advice from people right now, and I'm just listening to everything that everyone says, and everything's worked.
I love that. The issue is marketing is just a fancy letter for testing. you
Yes,
know?
yeah,
And
well, that's smart.
even if you do have a buddy that they're really successful in, like using Mark as an example with
a PPC.
or using me as an example with mail.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if I show you every little piece or Mark shows you every little piece. There's going to be differences in the way that you run it and the way that you
Exactly.
manage it, which means you're going to have different results.
Yes.
So again, that's to say that everything can and will probably work, but how is it going to work for you? And does it mesh with your lifestyle? Like you said, like
Exactly.
you don't want to have a big team. You don't want to have big management and everything. So you just got to find what does work for you. But at the end of the day, marketing is just testing new things, and testing new things, you're going to have things that go wrong and you're
right.
going to waste money on things.
Yes.
And it's a tough pill to swallow when you're over here and you're like, oh, well, I normally do whatever it is, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month doing what I did do. And now I'm testing this new thing. And man, I've spent 20 grand over 2-3 months and I haven't had any traction. That's a tough pill to swallow. That's a kick in the teeth. You know, it's hard. It's hard. But if you don't change and you don't adapt and that slap comes along that says, SMS is dead today, buddy.
Yeah,
Well,
you
now
gotta-
you're screwed too.
Exactly.
So what do? You always are kind of chasing that next thing. And it's not the grass is greener on the other side thing, but it's like, well, I want to do other things on top of what I'm doing.
Yeah, for growth, for protection in case that
man.
anything gets switched up. So I feel like I am out here naked, just doing the SMS and the agent outreach. In a little bit, I'll be able to start spending that big, like extra big boy money on the mail or on PPC, and it won't really matter. Like I got to at least a minimum of a quarter without seeing my money back, a minimum. You know?
Growth, brother. Growth
there
is
we go.
expensive.
It's expensive. It's expensive. It is what it is. I like the idea of mail because all my boys are doing it, but everyone does it so different. So it's tough.
That's right.
I'm getting a little bit from you, a little bit from George, a little bit from Santini.
Yep.
I was just talking to Tim Stover the other day, a little bit from him, and it's just like, oh, man, everyone does it a little different. What do I do?
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And that's the thing. All of them will work, obviously, right?
Yes.
It's like
You
nobody
guys
would
are all crushing.
continue doing it if it didn't work. But things change all the time, right? You said it best. It's like everything's always changing. Everything is always moving. So you have to adapt or
have to.
die. So all the way back to the beginning, coming full circle, right? You got that grit and you got that hunger.
Yeah,
you're
you're
going to
gonna
do
make
it
it
anyway.
happen.
You're going to fucking adapt and you're going to keep crushing it, brother.
Dang right.
Bro,
Damn right,
I'm
I'm
so
gonna keep
thankful that you came on here today.
Bro, I'm so thankful that you had me.
has
For
been
real.
awesome.
Yeah, I feel honored. There's a lot of good people that have been sitting in this chair.
Yeah, well,
So,
it's
yeah.
weird, man. We got to get the podcast studio rebuilt. So this is the temporary set, but it looks all right, you know?
No, I dig
Looks
this. I don't
all
think this
right.
is bad at all. I need to get the more cameras. I think that's smart. Oh, yeah.
Big money, baby. Big money.
Big money, baby. You got to
So
spend it.
again, where can everybody find you on all the socials?
On social media, Nick Wholesales Houses. That's it on everything. On all the platforms, it's just Nick Wholesales Houses. If you're looking to do your first deal, bro, I'll put you on. Sign up a little call for me and I'll put you on. I'll give you some strategies to do your first deal if you don't got any money starting out.
There it is.
There we go.
Love
What's
it.
up?
Brother, appreciate you.
Drew, you the man. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
My guy.
Boom.